Greetings and welcome to a special episode of Trippy Food. Today in the United States is Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is a day that we remember those who gave their lives in the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit special, and we're going to go back before there was a country in the United States. Today we're in downtown Boston, and in this part of the busy city, you would have no idea that this had so much history associated with it, but we're on Boston's famous Freedom Trail, and we're at the site of the Boston Massacre. Now, in March of 1770, the British government had troops stationed in the city of Boston, and the people in the colonies didn't feel like they were being well represented by Great Britain, and they were starting to rebel against the troops. Well, here on this site, basically where these cobblestones are behind me, a group of colonists were throwing rocks and bottles and stones at British troops that were stationed here, and they were kind of backed up against the old State House here. This was the seat of the Massachusetts Bay Colony government when it was built in 1713, and the British soldiers eventually opened fire, killing 5 of them. And so at the time, they had John Adams actually represent them in trial and get them acquitted of murder, but it riled up the colonies to where this was kind of the thing that started the Revolutionary War. We're a few blocks away from the site of the Boston Massacre right now, and we are in the Granary Burial Grounds. This was opened in 1630, so there's a lot of famous patriots and people known for American history that are buried in the cemetery. Among them, John Hancock, Samuel Adams. Also, the gravesite you see behind me, the obelisk, is Franklin, and it is not Ben Franklin, it's Ben Franklin's parents. Ben Franklin was born here in Boston, but he was buried in Philadelphia. But we're here to see the gravesite of the victims of the Boston Massacre. Behind me is the last resting place for the remains of the victims of the Boston Massacre. They're buried here, and that includes Samuel Gray, Samuel Maverick, James Caldwell, Crispus Attucks, and Patrick Carr. Crispus Attucks was a freed slave who was involved in the altercation and was killed along with the rest of them. We're now at Boston Common, and behind me is the Colonel Robert Shaw Memorial. Now, Robert Shaw was the colonel who led the 54th Massachusetts Regiment during the Civil War, and he led basically a group of volunteer black soldiers into battle, and is memorialized in the plaque behind us. This monument behind me was erected here on Boston Common in 1888, and it memorializes the victims of the Boston Massacre, but also demonstrates the importance of the Boston Massacre to the Revolution and the founding of the United States. So if you get out to Boston, follow the Freedom Trail. There's a lot of other very, very interesting sites, but this is the birthplace of the Revolution, worth checking out. Get down to Boston. We'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.